This is most of the time closed to the Republic, or closed to the public.
Okay. So you should erase this. This is an exhibition now. Of course, this please stay on one side, so the other. Huh? You should erase. This, which was not here, was in the farm. Was a fence made around the square during the imperial period. And what do you find? The Roman sacrifice. Bull, sheep, and a very fat pig. I like it. Very much amazing. Artistically speaking, very beautiful. So now you can see the typical Roman sacrifice. But this was not here. This black thing was not here. So here there is another step. 1, 2, 3 steps on one side and on the other. Come on this side. Remember the reconstruction, I have it here, about imagining the standards and signs. So imagining, originally they sat on special seats made in wood and ivory on the steps, on the two sides, and they could talk to each other. Now, remember that I told you that the Romans were practical. If they could spare money, they did. Something strange is about this building. It's too high. It doesn't make sense. There was not a second floor. So why is it so high? No, it's not about that, but it's about this. Listen to me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is a sort of a microphone effect. You have, because of the proportion of the building, the height is the width plus the length divided for 2. In this way, you have a perfect acoustic effect, which was necessary for the meetings of the Senate, because they took the most important political decisions. We know about this, because we have, remember I told you the Handbook of Architecture, written in the 1st century before Christ. Vitruvius was the one who wrote, says specifically that the curia had to be made in that way, and the proportions are the same. So that's a confirmation from the source to the archaeology. Come this side. This is Emperor Titus. I will tell you about the Flavian dynasty when we talk about the empire, because this is an empire. Remember anyway about Titus, because we will see his arch at the end of the forum. Not handsome. Not so many emperors were handsome. But this is typical, remember, of the Roman art. Since they started with the portraits of the ancestors, they are always realistic. So you can actually imagine Titus as he was, unlike Greek art.
Kind of creepy. Latin. I think no. That's Italian. I think. But it's hard to tell if that's a Latin word.
This is one reason. The second is that if robbers, people who steal antiquities, since it's illegal, this was too heavy, say, so they take usually the head because it's the most precious part. So either because it fell down, like the vestals also, the same, or because they actually took away on the head. These are the two reasons. Look at the floor. This is 4th century AD, so it's the end of the Roman Empire. Beautiful, no? And These are made with different marbles. Now, remember something about the Roman decorations. They always concealed a political message, especially in the Senate. So this is not only beautiful. If you look at the marbles, you can see the porphyry, the purple one, came from Turkey, same one on the statue. The green one came from Sicily. The yellow one came from North Africa. The white one with stripes, which is around, the geometrical shapes, came from Greece. The message is we rule over all these territories. All the marbles come to us. So even a simple decoration conceals the political message. Something important about this place is that section.
Oh, sorry.
This is important for understanding Augustus, so try to remember it. You see that Senate was made on steps, senators sat down, and then there is a little podium here. You have to imagine it was, of course, all covered with marble, like that, and on it there was a seat, a sort of throne, in a way. What was this? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Senators were all the same. It was the place for the senator who was chosen to propose the topic of the day. So you have to imagine the beginning of a senatorial assembly, someone sitting here, he would stand up and he would say, today we will discuss about Consul Julius Caesar going to goal, vote, bribery. Caesar went, of course, but that is the end of the Republican times. Of course, for this function was chosen a very illustrious senator for experience, for old age, and it was called Princeps Senatus, P-R-I-N-C-E-P-S, Princeps Senatus, S-E-N-A-T-U-S. Princeps in Latin means the first. So it is to say the most illustrious, the first in the Senate. But now, from that word comes our word prince. Why that? Because this was one of the titles Augustus chose for himself. And he was an absolute leader. That's why from Princeps, prince. But Princeps means the first among many. So the most illustrious. So remember this. Now, did you ask yourself, how comes that we have this building while all the others are destroyed? Come here. What's this? What is representing this painting? Saints. Is it possible this is the original decoration? Saints.